Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, tonight's question, Ari Ariana fired from Days of Our Lives. Could the show be in trouble? Now, I watched a video by Phoenix Shemaine. I saw part two. I don't know how many parts of this whole saga that I want to sit there and do, but he raised a lot of really good questions. And tonight I want to sit there and talk about it. So let's sit there and do a quick roll call, get this started. As you're coming in, make sure you do hit the like button. It really does actually help. Recommends new people into the stream. 2024 is going to be great. I can feel it. Ronnie Ron is in the chat. What's good? Dolly is in the chat. Dolomedics, how you doing tonight? And Jeanette is in the chat. How are you doing tonight? I know I'm starting off a little bit late. I have no idea what happened. It's like the day just literally got away from me. I just finished watching The Young and Restless. Jerry Ice Cream's in the chat. How you doing tonight? We got a lot to talk about. Of course, we're going to be sitting there talking about all the shows: General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Born the Beautiful, and Young and the Restless. I know, Ron. I got to sit there and finish watching the second video. Willie said this is a tense time for the Days fans. Yes, this is. Yes, it is. You're absolutely right about that. Queen of the South, it is good to see you. How are you doing tonight, lovely lady? Let me put back on my damn. What is this? Ambiance Batman music? Why do we fall? 10 hours. I would show you the cover, but I don't want to get this video copywritten or anything. So you're just gonna have to trust me. Of course, I gotta sit there and ask how the Queen is doing. Duan is in the chat. Was good. Darby's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Joey says I watched So Dirt, where she reveals some of the more in-depth. Ooh, okay. Well, thank you, Dolly. I'm gonna sit there and watch that tonight. I'm gonna watch that tonight. Thank you. Because my whole thing is I don't want to sit there and be doing multiple videos on this whole thing. Like, I don't know. I mean, if I can try to limit the amount of times I can sit there and cover this topic, it will be very good. I'm doing well, Cherry Ice Cream. Excuse me, I'm doing well. But yeah, it's crazy because, and Phoenix was sitting there saying that they tape 6 months in advance. They tape way far in advance. I don't know how they tape way far in advance. Well, it was Duane. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love watching Donna in anything. I didn't really care for it though. It's like this very fast, quickie wedding. Um, and honestly, tell you the truth, Duane, I'm never really a fan of weddings. I'm just not. Um, yes, 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 yes. And one of the things he said, and I agree with, Dolly says also for bad for Ariana because she's been disrespected in the mainstream press. Some are bringing up the stuff from the election that involved her. From the election that involved her? What do you mean by that? Ron says, I am effing upset about the fire of Ariana, but I blame King Corday because he knew what Albert Allah was doing. He did nothing. I even heard Phoenix say that. See, yes, and this is exactly why we're talking about this. Oh, Allison is in the chat. What's good, Allison? I saw your video on Facebook. I don't know if you saw the comment that I made. Yeah, she's so thirsty and so desperate. It's like, Jesus Christ. Well, it says she's the woman that Trump was talking about on a what? On an infamous on a bus? What? What? Damn. I don't know where this guy be getting his schools from, but it's tough since they try and play catch up. It is. What's a little blank between? I'm just, here's the thing with Allison. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I guess I just sat there and I looked at it and I was just like, if this guy's bold enough to sit there and do that, you just don't you just don't know what they're gonna do. That's all I'm sitting there saying. So just be careful. Uh yes, yes, exactly. Maybe Allison. By the way, that's my dad right there. One says I tried to watch the original but was bored after three. Wow. Well, Duane, I guess the show's not for everyone. I I love the show, so okay. No, I just here's the thing, Allison. Trust me, I know you live in the city, been riding trains a lot longer. I just I don't know. There's always something popping off, especially in the subway. So it's like, oh, Duane, you was bored after three episodes. Duane, what was you bored about? What didn't you like about the show? I'm very curious about that. Oh, by the way, I'm still highlighting that because that's my father right there. My dad, Albert Bostic, senior. Um, but yeah, and it is ever since I was laughing because my 11-year-old was like he Black Mom was good, Black Mom. Well, hopefully it doesn't get canceled. Like she needed to be. No, I know. I know, Allison. I'm just looking out for you. Like I said, a lot of times when people are that bold enough to sit there and do that, it's like you just don't know. One says, "Well, the only person I found interesting was Marcellus." Dewan, I would sit there and say, I know you got bored of the first three episodes. Well, yeah, Dewan, did you ever watch the Vampire Diaries? I'm glad they had that Black Mon. Autumn says, yeah, but one thing I was kind of thinking is Michael, you and Sonny can't really start to heal until you tell him everything you try to down with the person. Yes, that's true. That's true, Autumn. And that's all going to go away. What's good, Amber? That's all going to go away once he finds out the truth. YouTube on. I only go on Facebook when I only go on Facebook when I'm talking to somebody. Like if I'm talking to people. One episode of Vampire Diaries. Okay. And honestly, to tell you the truth, at that point, then I guess, yeah, you should probably just stop watching the originals. It's, I don't want to compare it to Dragon Ball Z, but it's like, it's very hard to get into watching Dragon Ball Super if you don't watch Dragon Ball Z. Now, I can't say that about the original Dragon Ball, but it's like you went from watching the originals without really watching the Vampire Diaries, just like watching Dragon Ball Super without watching Dragon Ball Z. That's the best way I could sit and describe it. So at that point, then yeah, I understand. Arnold says, you. I rewatched your favorite show after the originals talking about the throwback to series was Autumn. I loved it. I loved that show. Hands upping down. Autumn, I love that show so much that I stuck with Legacies, even though seasons 1 through 3 was absolutely trash. That's how much I love the originals. Season 4 was much better, but yes, definitely love that show. Actually, uh, but yeah, I love that show. Niklaus or Klaus and Elijah. I didn't really like the Davina. But to be fair, anything that that actress does, she always seems like she plays one type of character. Honestly, yeah, Legacies wasn't that great. Had no interest in watching it. No, I got you. I got you. But here's the thing, Autumn. Once I start watching something, no matter how good or how bad it is, I will finish watching it. Kyrie is what a true American TV soap opera tragedy that occurred today. What was that, Kyrie's? Um, Alicia, AB only here for a few, but I had to say Marty made me mad today. What was that, Alicia? What was that? I'm very curious about that. Yuan said that's what I had have of the original seasons 1 through 3. Oh, okay. I don't know. I mean, I can see why it's a lot more harder for you to get into it, especially since you just watched one episode of Vampire Diaries and then you kind of jump to the original. Like, I feel like the flow works a little bit better if you watch the Vampire Diaries before you watch the originals. Taiwan, hello, how are you? Or should we say we're 1995, 1995, like Mick Jagger? Do you think you should have been on the show longer? Oh, yeah, I get it because of the Logans. I got it. Um, Hold on, let me do my catchphrase. Those damn Logans, just the worst. Except for Donna. Donna's hot. Um, yeah, had. Thank you for reminding me about doing the catchphrase though. But Alicia, it's good to see you again. Ron says Albert Phoenix also said in his video that there was a petition back then to have. Yeah, that's true. That's true, and they seem like they didn't take it serious. Here's the thing: I want to hear the all the stuff that's going on because here's the thing: it's very easy. Now, Dolly says, "Do you think they could survive the production losing the big lawsuit?" No, but here's the thing, Dolly. It's bigger than that though, because a lot of people disascribe to Days of Our Lives because of um. Oh, okay. Uh, I think a lot of people subscribe to Peacock for Days of Our Lives. So having a lot of people unsubscribe because of what they're doing to Ariana, that's a big hit in itself. At least that a lawyer shouldn't be someone's snitch. Marty reminded me of that today. That was that Nina could get him to spar, but now that I think of it, he deserved it. Hmm. I guess that's the lawyer in you also that's speaking. Okay. Well, you know what? That's valid. That's a valid reason. So you're not okay. So you're not streaming tonight. Okay. And I was just about to sit there and look and see was you actually streaming tonight. Actually, I was gonna sit there and look to see if you're streaming tonight. At least I watch days on bootleg TV. Nice. Days was okay. Well, Days was good. Freddie. Um, sorry, I had to deal with that before when I was sitting there talking to DC. I did block that person, just to let you know. I would have blocked them before, but I didn't know the conversation that started between you and that person. But um, they're out of pocket yesterday, so I went to blocking them. Billy says it's true. This could be bad days. It's a mess behind the scenes and a mess on screen right now. It's like they swap places with GH. Yeah, they definitely did. Because you know me, Dolly, last year I was praising days like there was no tomorrow. Ron says, but Albert Phoenix said that Ken Kardashian wanted to give an increase in pay, but she turned it down. Yes, I know. That's what I said. I watched that part of just of the video. Queen Jess is in the chat. What's good, Lady J? Um, some person called Miss Bumblebee. Let me turn this down. Some person called Miss Bumblebee. I wanna blocking because they said something that was out of pocket. And granted, they was already talking really foul to Freddie not that long ago when I was with DC. But I have a theory about who that person is. It don't bother me. No, of course, Freddie. Here's the thing. I know your character. The only thing that the only thing that didn't make me block that person right then and there is that I didn't know how the situation started. And I didn't want to sit there and just block them just straight on that. Yep. Yep, Allison, yes. Ambassador Sam, the OG, what's good? How you doing tonight? It's good to see you, my friend. Yeah, Allison. Just so you I always seen her in the streams. She's here's the thing. Jess, she said something about somebody else's mother in the stream that passed away. And right then and there I was like, yeah, you gotta go. Alicia, how are they gonna explain Nicole being an Italian? Well, Alicia, they tape 6 months in advance. So there's time for them to somewhat wrap up this story because they tape so far in advance. Yeah, it was like I said, Jess, when she talked about somebody else's mother, that's when I was like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Um, yeah, like I said, I didn't get a chance to. I'm gonna text him tonight, Curry. The day got away from me. That's the reason why I started this live stream so late. And I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna message him tonight before I go to sleep, and then hopefully we can talk tomorrow about it. No, I didn't forget that. But you know what this all was? Because she asked, well, Allison the Mustard, allegedly, I'm not too sure. I mean, that's what some. Here's the thing, Allison. I don't know if it was that far. I know that they tape far in advance. Not sure if it's 6 months though, but I know they do tape far in advance. Yeah, Alicia, you know what that was all brung about? Because this person came in and it was a Days fan, and she asked, "Well, do you watch General Hospital?" She explained the reasons why she didn't watch General Hospital because of her mother, and that's when that person said that. And right then and there was like, "Yeah, you gotta go." Like I said, I have a theory about who it is. I have a theory about who it is, and they always are coming to my stream. Jesus Christ! And again, well, this person only did that because, oh, of course, Freddie, I always got your back. You know that. I'm not gonna have you leave. This was exactly Duane. It was. This actually happened yesterday, Jazz. I'm also sit there and say who it is. No, it's nope. It's not that person, Alicia. It's not that person. But it could be. Screw it. Even if I don't sit there and say this person's name, they're probably watching. Remember that person named Travois, and they went by another name. Can't remember. They called themselves Cherie. She was another Cherie. But yeah, anyway, it's this person named Travois, and they go in a lot of people's live streams and just to cause trouble. This person's been in mine multiple times, been in Dion or GH Envy's live stream, been in James' live stream before. For some odd reason, they keep coming back to me the most. So anyway, yeah, I had to sit there and wind up blocking them. Uh, I mean, I don't have any proof to saying it's not. I'm just assuming that it's not because that person is usually in is in Kyrie's live stream now, and they seem like they're very happy there. Alice says sometime someone got time to make yes. But Alice, and they've been doing that for a while now. They've been doing that for a while. That person has been making accounts for a while and doing that. Curry says Miss Mama be in my stream. She don't be out pocket there. Well, that's the thing, Kyrie's. That person was in my streams before, and it was never really that out of pocket. That's the thing, Kyrie's. They weren't out of pocket until they started with Freddie. But that's the same thing with your voice. That's the same thing with your voice. Your voice doesn't start off being out of pocket. They'll say little things here and there to kind of push the envelope before they go too far. Well, Susie, I promise I'll tell you that Sky Quick cry when you block them. I don't know about that. Barry says I wonder if it's because my known temper. Yeah, exactly. And that was the first time. And it was all because of here's the thing. You know what they started doing? Which I started looking at them a little side eye. She started she started bashing Trina, saying very out of pocket things like Trina's a user and she's manipulating and Trina never deserves Spencer and this, that, and the third. All this like stuff that they were saying out of pocket about Trina, I was like, what are you talking about? And it was like I'm not gonna sit there and block you because you're just randomly bashing Trina. But the things that she was saying was so out of pocket that it was like it made me keep a closer eye on them. I'm glad they had that, Amber. Allison said, doesn't Bumblebee have her own stream post? I feel like I've seen her before. I don't know. Well, I mean, Kyrie, you know that I've had way more patience than I should in that situation. So, but here's the thing. He's happy in your stream now, Kyrie. Ella says, "Oh, I hate Trina too, and not a fan of her by acting." Is that no? Of course not, Allison. Here's the thing: it's the things that they were saying. It was so out of pocket. That's the thing, Allison. These wasn't just like random comments. These seems like they were specifically just bashing her. Like Allison, I don't. Here's the thing: I never sit there. Even when she was doing that, I didn't sit there and block her for that. I didn't block her for that. Or you said this should be a good time, not trashing people. Like I said, I come for the jokes. Exactly. But it's like I said, I was saying, it's very hard to describe it. I felt a certain energy that just I didn't like it was I didn't like the way it was coming. No, Duan. But that's the thing, Duan. My patience isn't finite, though. That's the thing. And I've done way more, you know, chances than I should. What the Autumn says, I heard on B&B that Luna is going to take a lot of Poppy's special meds and she's going to cheat. What? When RJ was in there, I think it's going to. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. It's exactly, Jess. Exactly. I do too. Because then it's not fun for anybody. That's the problem. Freddie says, "All right, this is what happened. This individual was mad at me because I said Spencer got what he deserved for taking Esme's baby, and then they cursed at me over a fictional character. I was like, calm down. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Damn. That's the thing, Jess. It ruins it for everyone else. Ron says, you're not the first person to block someone. Nothing new because I remember Phoenix said that he didn't like Carly and Sunny together, and someone in his chat called him stupid. Wow. Duan, um, Trina might Trina might get pregnant. Trina might get pregnant. But yes, Ron, yeah, I've heard that. I was missing what was going on, but you're right. Autumn says, I don't think Luna going to realize she was going to be blanking herself with the whole. Yeah, exactly. But that's my whole thing, though. Like, what is that whole thing that Poppy is? Well, of course, Ron. I mean, of course, Freddie. I didn't want you to. I'm glad you're back. That's all I'm saying. Harry says, and my strand came at Spencer even harder when she was there and she didn't fly off. Hmm. Kyrie, to be fair, I think that the person flew off the handle because I wasn't keeping an eye on the chat like that. Because I had somebody else listening to talking back and forth, they felt bold enough to sit there and do that. Because like right now, if they would have did something like that and I would have saw it, they would have been done. It would have been Thanos. That would have been it. Um, Good, Freddie. I'm glad you're here. Freddie, I always appreciate you being here. So thank you. Debbie says, "Man, I hate Trina so much. Look at her being beautiful, smart, and confident, and being a daughter anyone would want. Trina really grinds my gears when she." uh, that's sarcasm, by the way, and I have to sit there and say that in case some other nut job decides to come in here so acting stupid. Luan says if Luna doesn't sleep with Zende, then it seems like it'll be a baby daddy's. Oh, see if she does sleep with, yeah. Allison says I will be pissed if Trina wasted the opportunity to go to school or back to Paris. Paris, I can understand for a little bit, Allison, but just stopping your education, now that's just stupid. You know, not visiting a city that brought you a lot of trauma, I can get behind. Oh, where's Taggart at? Allison says drinking under a bridge. Allison says Carly and Nina were both proper today. Difference is Nina doesn't run a magazine anymore, but she's going to run a better one now. She's going to run a better one. She's going to bury Carly in the ground. Yes, I didn't even. seen much of Jason because, yep, same, Jess. I had to watch it on, well, YT, and then I had to watch a little bit on another site. Yeah, same, Jess. Jonathan was good. You heard what I said, Jess. Nina's gonna sit there and bury Carly, with her magazine, with her new up and coming magazine. That's what I said, Jess. Big Nate was good. Jay Blue, that's Trina Grieve talking. I believe she's gonna go back when the time is right. Yes. I just don't feel like watching a mopey Trina. That's right, Freddie. I did a short on it. Jay Blue says the look Sonny gave Michael Tay during their talk was priceless. The Lulu. She's gonna crush Carly in business every single time. See, it's my guy Kyrie's. Police said Nina's gonna get home. Nah, boo boo, I don't think so. I don't think so. You know, Jonathan, I talked about in my review the way that they write Carly in this Hail Mary thing. Oh, Brooklyn was able to sit there and come up with talking about some famous photographer. I'm like, are you kidding me? And now the advertiser's like, oh, well, I guess I'm gonna sit there and I don't like how it's the way that they write for it at times. It's like this Hail Mary BS that they always give Carly. Valerie, Drew is annoying as F. He's going to pop blood vessels the way he's. Well, I heard that the guy is actually going to be. Um, I mean, I heard the actor's going to be taking a break. I don't know how true that is. Here's the thing, Jess. It just seemed like it came out of left field. What's good, Renee? Thank you for joining. Or playing the game. Alicia, Nina doesn't need luck. She has skill on her side. She has skill. She's a good businesswoman. And if the writing was actually more balanced, um, I really do think that Nina could sit there and take Carly. But the writing is so Carly heavy and Carly centric. Mm, mm-mm. Now Nina will bury Carly. Okay, Alicia, we'll see. You know what, Kyrie? We're gonna agree to disagree on that because I'm standing 10 toes down on that, and I respect your opinion on that. I adamantly disagree, and that's pretty much what I'm standing at. Johnson says I think Clyde's the one who called Xander, and he wants him to take out Harris. Well, here's the thing, Johnson. The faster that Harris dies, and that sounds really awful. I feel like the sooner we're gonna get back Jason. There. She can't, but it's nice that you have high hopes and dreams for Nina. You know, the sad thing is I wish that I had a good comeback line for Jess right there. Unfortunately, the show is General Hospital has a huge balancing issue, so nope. No, Tyrese, that's what I'm not gonna do. That's what I'm not gonna do. I'm gonna say this once, and then I'm going to just let it go. And Tyrese, if you want to sit there and think that Danny's a good man. Go right ahead. Danny is a scumbag, he's a coward, and he's an idiot. And honestly, to tell you the truth, the fact that these two women are sitting there arguing over Danny is pathetic. So there, I'm kind of done with it. But that's what I'm gonna sit there and say about the Kyries. But you go ahead and you say that he's a good man or whatever. I thought about it this morning. I'm just like, I'm putting too much worth. I'm putting too much effort and even Smith they talking about Danny at this point. Or I mean, even kind of going back and forth with you about it. So um no, Ron. No, no, no. Johnson says I think Days will give us a good cliffhanger tomorrow. It wasn't bad today. The only thing that I had issues with a couple of things on Days. I had issues with Sloane, how they continue to butcher her character. She's so like, oh, I gotta sit there and get loving in the afternoon, and I'm upset because the baby is crying, and you love the baby more than you love me. I'm like, really, boo? Really? Like she's so adamant. It's like Jesus Christ. You're jealous over a newborn. Why is how they manage to sit there and trash Sloane's character is beyond me. And I didn't give two shits about Everett, and I did not care about what you call it. Yeah, yeah, Jonathan, I agree with that. Ambassador Sam, the character of Dex, Danny is a rock star. I was good, Justin. Yeah, I agree with that. Oh, okay. I see you're still on this whole Danny defending Danny stuff. So okay. Johan was good. I get that Ambassador Sam. I don't like the character Danny. I really don't. Um, I don't like him. I think that you know what, Johan. I don't really talk about my religion. No offense. Um, I don't like the way that they are portraying the character, and it's just he doesn't seem like he really makes it clear. He always sits there and talks, and he barely has anything to say, and just the character just doesn't work for me. Um, yeah, I do, Johan. But like I said, I don't really talk about religion now. You know, Kyrie's it's not going to. I'm. That's pretty much just how I'm seeing the character, and that's not going to change into. I think here's the thing, Kyrie's. I think if they write the character more interesting and in a way that doesn't piss me off, then I would change my mind. But other than that, as of right now, eh. I mean, don't get me wrong, Kyrie. I loved Young and the Restless. I just thought that Danny was the worst part of it. Johnson says he has the hoping that Nicole leaves the show with. Well, that here's the thing, Jonathan. That's definitely going to wind up happening. Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard about that today, Johan. I just, yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that as well, Renee. Freddie said, "This is just my opinion. I think the actress tried her best, but I didn't feel the emotions out of Trina." Yeah, yeah, I, same, Freddie. I mean, the thing is, she can't really do crying scenes. Oh, hey, Crystal. Drew is hell bent on taking. That's the thing. You know, I'm not gonna. We're gonna agree to disagree on that, Kyrie. That's pretty much what I'm just gonna say on that. No, Johan, I'm not. But like I said again, I don't really talk about religion now. Drew is hell bent on taking Nina down. I can't wait to see what he does. You know what he's hell bent on doing, Jess. He's hell bent on not taking responsibility for his own actions, and that's what's bothered me about that whole thing. No, Johan, I'm not. I don't understand why you keep asking me about what my religion is. Duan says, "Why weren't Steffi and?" But see, that's the thing, Duan, because it was last minute. And that was another problem. It was so much of a quirky wedding. That's another reason why I just didn't really care for it. I don't have a problem with Eric and Donna, but it was just so last minute. It was like you said, Steffi and what you call weren't there. Darby says, "Would Cyrus be targeted too, along with the other four high-level mobsters? And does this mean Miss Wu is dead?" They're no good. Okay. Um, but it'll be interesting, Darby. Though I would sit there and say that because I mean, granted, from what I heard, the actress that plays Miss Wu is taking care of her mother. The last story that I heard about that. So I don't know what else happened today. Oh, thank you. Yes, make sure you do hit the like button because it really does actually help. Thank you, Blackmon. Just says, how long is this Jagger guy staying? Because the story is losing me. Cat lady, guess that's where Miss Wu has been. Well, Johan, like I said, for the second, and I'm going to try to sit there and say it's the last time, I'm not discussing my religion. So just ask me another question. What's good, Shakira? I hope not, Alicia, but I guess time will tell. Freddie says, wait a minute, I thought originally Tiger was supposed to be a police commissioner, so they dropped that. Wow. I don't, what do you mean? Like, well, he's not, Jesus Christ. I know the one, and I literally sat there and said, I was like, bro, I'm not talking about my religion. Johnson says, Robert, aka Alex, and Days confirmed that Xander being Victor's son reveal was just film. Thank you for respecting that, Johan. Interesting. Jonathan, was this on like Instagram or something like that? Or Harry says Lily should be embarrassed that she even agreed to date Daniel. He's not worth it. Yeah, I can agree on that. But also, here's the thing. You didn't watch it today, but Devon actually started to get on my nerves a little bit though too. Um, because I'm just like Devon, you're in no position to sit there and you really be sitting there. Yeah, I know. That's exactly why I sighed, Jess, because I'm just like, all right, bro. There we go. Curry says he's a scumbag and a coward and Devon the. Oh no, it's fine. I already gave him a timeout. So that's pretty much my warning. He's a scumbag and a coward and Devon. Yeah, that's exactly my point though. Because I'm like, you're not exactly in a position to really be like. I get from Divine's point of view. I get from Divine's point of view that that's his sister. Well, here's the thing. I only temporary blocked him. I mean, I only just like turned him out. But if he comes back and he's still sitting to ask those questions, then yeah. Oh, okay. So I see we're doing this now. Okay. No, what the? Yeah. Thing is, the chat's going so fast. And I guess this person has multiple. Jesus Christ. Okay. I know. I'm trying. Jeez. Okay. Well, let's see what happens now. Craziness, cat lady. Crystal says Danny, Phyllis, and Chris all are them too. Too old for the storyline. They are fighting over. Wow. So it's gonna be that kind of night. No, but that's the thing, Krista. I mean, that's the thing, Alicia. Is always that, and it's more amazing. It's more amazing that this person just has so many different accounts, and it's like, really, this is what you choose to do with your time? No, it's not. Yeah, no, it's just one person. No, not yet, Alicia. They put on hold into her surgery, into Pauline's surgery. Well, clearly that's not going to stop this person since they have a lot of time. I think the problem is it's so sad that you get to a point in your life where it's like I gotta make a new account. I gotta sit there and keep messing with this person. It's like I don't know, but what the? I'm trying to help you stare back. The thing is, like the comments are moving so fast that it's like, all right, Alicia, have a good night. Um, Johnson says another theory about Everest that they may have multiple personality disorder. I guess that would probably explain why he keeps trying to. Well, but then again, it's like, well, why does he keep trying to avoid Jada? Because Stephanie was like, well, like when Stephanie suggested a double date with Rave, he was like, no, 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 let's not do that. I want to sit there and keep you all to myself. This is the second time that he sat there and tried to, avoid seeing Jada. Freddie said, this is early 24. Things are already getting crazy. They need to be set straight. This is Albert's chat. They don't run this. Albert runs this live stream. Yeah, it's just crazy. No, but thank you, Allison. I appreciate that. Well, the problem is, Crystal, it's just pathetic that you have these two. First of all, no woman should ever sit there and be fighting over a man. Just like no man should ever be sitting there fighting over a woman. Like that alone is just insane to me. Have a good night, Jay Blue. But that was fast. Curry says they make Spider Quick look like a saint. He never disrespect you. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know about that. I don't. No. Justin says Heather had the nerve to blame Kevin for Esme's death. It's her fault and her daughters alone. Her and Esme was a monster. Yeah, it was out of pocket, Justin, especially considering that Liz, with Nicholas held Esme captive. Jesus Christ. Yeah. The problem is right now it's like it's going so fast that it's like Alice just said Justin. Oh, okay, you're talking to Justin. Yep. This is who is that at this point? No, that's cool. Unfortunately, Freddie, that's just a part of streaming. Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. Um. hmm. I mean, honestly, tell you the truth, I guess I can try doing that and then just coming back and see what happens. But this person seems like they just keep making multiple accounts. So, but I might do that though. Oh no, thank you, Freddie. And I appreciate that. It is very weird. Like I said, Allison, I did feel bad for Heather. I did feel bad for Adler. Yeah, okay. Duane says, when Heather, I sympathize with the grieving mother. That's what I said. When she first came in, she started crying. It was like, why do I have to sit there and do that again? That's the weird part. Justin says, Devon is the last one to talk. Yeah, most likely, Ron. Justin says, Devon is the last person to talk to Daniel about all the women. He said, I said the same thing. I was like, bro, you're so out of pocket. I think for right now, cherry ice cream, like unless they decide to bring back the actor. But I think they're gonna pause her for right now. But you know, the thing is, no character's ever really dead in a soap opera. Johnson says, I think Everett may be avoiding Jada because when he was back to his normal life self, the situation was awkward, so he probably doesn't want to get into it or his illness. Maybe. I mean, yeah, Charlie Askin, they could do a recast. They could. They could. I don't think that Avery P is like irreplaceable. I think she did a good job, but I don't think she's been on the show long enough where it's like, oh my god, they recast her. Give it like a couple months down the line, and I think it'll be just fine. Why is this? Duan said Devon used to be involved with Lily. Just what do you mean used to be? Whoa, what do you mean by that? They're related. So what the hell is that about? Yes, yes, I agree with that. That's why I was like, you can only push up a villain to up into a point. Oh, I don't know, Johan. Some person's just being a troll. But yes, yes, I think they can only push. Yeah, I didn't. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's weird. Oh, how is that? What, how is that possible? I mean, I didn't know that to just now. So okay, so how does that work then with Lily and Devon? How does that work with Lily and Devon? Oh, he was the okay. Um, Just have to. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Now I understand. Hmm. That's definitely weird. Oh wow, that's tough. I'm sorry to hear that, Allison. No, no, no. I'm talking about like the characters on another show. They're not biologically related, but like apparently they were in a relationship at one point in time. What the? I mean, yeah, but I mean, I'm still sorry to hear that now. Oh, you don't look it, Allison. You don't look it. Johnson says, I think parents along with EJ making her a new powerful misdemeanor is the only way to redeem her from. They got to do something because this version of Sloane and the fact that she's all like, oh, I got to sit there and have X, I got to have X. And she's getting jealous of a newborn. Like, no, Devon wanted Lily. You know what? I'm glad that Victor finally got out of his own ego. Yeah, I can see Johan. I can see. Exactly, John. And she was never like that. That's why you call her Desperado Pearson. Well, you definitely look good, Allison. I'll tell you that much. Definitely look good. Um, yeah, like I said, I'm glad that Victor, for right now, he seemed like he finally got out of his own way. Yep, I've noticed. And the thing is so annoying. You're extremely angry about that wedding, Tyrese? Okay. Juan says, do you think BLQ and Carly were throwing stones in their glass house today about Nina? I think the writing is just not balanced when it comes towards those two. That's what it comes down to. The writing seems like it generally favors Carly, which, yeah. Jody said that's a granddaughter, Albert. Oh, oh okay. Devon says, I don't know if Lily knew Devon was in love with her, but Neil and Drew knew. And Drusilla, I guess. Alice is saying okay. Freddie says, even though I miss being here yesterday, but you know the reasons. Oh, of course. No, I know. I know the reasons. Like I said, I want to block that person because when I saw what they were doing, I'm like, but like I said, Freddie, I'm glad that you're back. Yeah, I was like, I don't extremely angry. That's kind of a lot. Yeah, and then there's still people that don't believe. Oh, my bad, Justin. My bad, Justin. Um, what I was gonna sit there and say. I mean, yeah, in the grand scheme of it, but it's still just weird though, Krista. That's my whole thing. It's just weird. Yeah, I was like, I don't. I mean, Emma Barber, love that young woman. Okay. Yeah, I was never a Zoe fan when I first started watching the show. The way she trashed to her sister, but then Paris also turned, also showed her true colors, and that was an issue as well. So I don't know. I just don't know. Makes you madder than usual. Okay. Okay. Um. Well, like I said, I just. Well, like I said, I think. Well, here's the thing. What I want to happen and what's going to happen is two different things. I want Nina to actually start her own company and rival Carly because I do feel like she's a good businesswoman, but I feel like the writing is going to constantly favor Carly. Justin says, I hate that wedding on Born and Beautiful today. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of it either. Harry says it wasn't right out, but it's just not right. There was no prenup arrangement. Okay. Um, I mean, I thought it was boring, but it seemed like it got you a little bit more. It seemed like it got you more mad than Nada. Duane says instead of writing an African American man to fall for Lily, they made it her brother. Yeah, like I said, Duane, it was just weird. Yes, of course. That's why I didn't really care about the funeral scene because I'm just like, what are we? And the whole episode was like dedicated towards that. Duane says, I want the Phyllis on Jace to come back. So you're not a fan of Sandy Watros? Alice says, I want Nina to start her own magazine and bury Carly better than the stupid SEC storyline. I want that too. That's what I was gonna sit there and say. That's what I wanted. But it's like as much as I like Carly, they definitely do favor Carly a lot more than they do Nina. They always seem like they kind of have to a large extent. Um, just as I don't know if watching Nina start her own magazine will be interesting. I don't care what she does. I don't know, baby girl, because you're Team Carly. Carly does no wrong. Apparently Jocelyn does no wrong either. But Juan says you don't remember. Yeah, I remember Phyllis. I remember Michelle's. I remember Michelle Stafford's version of Phyllis. I mean of Nina. But honestly, tell you the truth, when I look back at it, it seems like it was. I feel like it was just still more of Phyllis, just on a different show. Johnson says, although it wasn't eventful, GH was Probably the winner today. Mm, a little bit. But to be fair, like I said, I generally did like The Young and the Restless also. I don't know. I felt like in some ways I don't know. And she wants Carly to take back the hotel from Nina too. Then I'll be satisfied. Oh yeah, no, definitely Freddie. Definitely congrats to him. I loop them both as Nina. Oh yeah, I mean that's the thing, Allison. She gets to sit there and flip her hair because they really do kind of make it. Hmm, what the Johnson says tomorrow days is likely to be the winner. I'm listen, Jonathan. You know me. You know I've been pulling for days for a hot minute. Um, and I even said last year that days was so much better than Jake, and I stand by that. So hopefully they can get it in gear. Terry says Nina's smarter than Carly at business. She wasn't dumb enough to commit insider trading, even when Ned tried to blackmail her to do it. And that's that's another problem with the Carly fans. The Carly fans love to sit there and look over that. You know. Now Darby says I want Nina to start groveling to Sonny and stop letting Maxie and other tempt. Have a good night, Crystal, and let others tempt her behavior towards others to get them to like her, which is stupid since they never liked her. Yes. Oh, come on, Jess. I thought you was Wonder Woman. You can handle it by yourself, right? You telling me you can't handle little old me, Jess? Hmm? Too much for you, Jess? The pressure starting to get to you? Need to tap out? Terry Stone says if they had to cancel one show for now, who would it be? My choice would be Born the Beautiful. I think the pressure's starting to get to Jess. Freddie says, I really, really hope that the writers just do Jason back with amnesia. I'm tired of amnesia stories and people being programmed. Oh, without amnesia. Freddie, I feel like this is going to be the one where they probably will do it, and it will be Jason. Autumn says the Albert Zevi one still trying to stop Thomas and Hope from being together. They actually haven't talked about them lately in the last past couple of days. But yes, Johnson says, please, we can't any more souls. We need to support everyone we have left. Exactly. Exactly. I agree with that 100%, Jonathan. Make B&B great again. Allison says, why would Jason be that pissed at Sunny as himself, though? You know, Duran, I don't think that B&B is a bad show. I don't. Jess says, who cares about Gregory? I'm tired of seeing him. Damn, Jess. Um, Definitely, Jonathan. They need new right. Yeah, they definitely need new right. But you know, Jonathan, they also need new fresh blood though. So they need some new characters. They need some new characters. Okay. I heard it was Duan with the fashion shows and everything like that. Well, I'm cool with putting Thomas in jail. Dari says, I'm waiting for the episode of Bo where Thomas. Yes, I agree with that. I agree with that, Jonathan. Definitely, they need that going on. Where Thomas dumps Hulk and gets with Lee behind Finn's back, and ooh, that sounds like something that Ron would say. But yes, Darby. Um, Harry says you'd be shocked when I say this, but if I took over B&B, I wouldn't get rid of Brooke. Yeah, I am shocked about that. The thing is with Brooke Logan, she is that messy kind of character that the show does need. And we haven't had that in a while with Brooke. Allison says, "Where's Nurse's Ball? They could have fun with Nina and Carly having rival mags and bottles." You know, Alice, I'm glad you brought up that point about the nurses' ball, because I've said for years that those things are a complete and utter waste of time. And every time I say that, there's always that one person that sits there and say, well, they raise money for HIV and stuff like that. And I'm just like, that's great. They can find another way to do that. Why do I have to sit through an hour of untalented singers? It's just beyond me. It's oh my goodness. Duane says, I remember when Sheila Carter shot Taylor and Brooke. I know. Oh, Jess. What would I do without you, Jess? What would I do without you? I think that's the question. W says, could Thomas get Lee pregnant? I think Thomas could get her pregnant. Ain't Lee's like the same age as like Sheila at this point? A residential and favorite troublemaker, aka Lady J. I know. Here's the thing, Jess. I did try to backtrack that, but there was really no backtracking that, to be honest. And Johnson says, John Good, yes, a nurse's ball to side stories. Yes, I agree with that, Jonathan. I just wish they would take the nurse's ball out of it. Oh, Allison, like I said, I try to backtrack that so much, but Jess is just too quick for me. She's just too quick. Freddie said they need to nip this Gregory story in the bud ASAP. How we got through it with the Willow leukemia. Yeah, Freddie, but how long did that take though? And the thing is, Freddie, it didn't just take long, but it was also insulting though too. That was another problem with that storyline. It's just how insulting it was. Hell of a insulting. Yeah, I'm like, come on, Darby, you can't. Thomas can wipe out that entire mean-ish face. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Johnson says, I remember when Wicked did a musical storyline with the teen characters. I did not know that. Kyrie's at this point, it is what it is. It is what it is. Unfortunately, that's one of the downsides about being a streamer. Allison says Willow cancer birth her at 12 years old baby and Gregory kicking it for 3 months. Yeah, it was insane. Freddie says Martin got his answer. Lucy's not worth exactly. I'm glad she said that. And of course, here's the thing. Scott was such a scumbag. Scott was such a damn scumbag in that situation, just like he was a scumbag in the last situation. Even though people gave me pushback for that, when he tried to sit there and get with Liesel, and Liesel turned him down, so he went right to what you call it. Thank you, Kyrie. No, I appreciate that. I do. Thank you. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like there's not really much you can do because it's like the fact that it's that much time dedicated is insane. It's like, oh, cool, I riled him up or whatever. It's like, okay. I remember I was saying Lee has, yep. And do I? And I stand by that too. And I stand by that too. Because she does. She does. Alyssa said Lucy and Scott belong together. Yeah, but that's just Scotty. Have a night, Ambassador Sam. Just said Lucy's too old to be acting like that. Sure. Harry says you do that. I'm going to put you in timeout longer than I did. Yes, thank you, Ambassador Sam. Ambassador Sam's a G. He is. We always appreciate you, Ambassador Sam. Thank you. Johnson said instead of doing the nurses board, GH should do an annual event story that are similar to the. Jonathan, I completely agree with that. Because here's the thing: those used to be event storylines. Those used to be the type of storylines that I couldn't wait to sit there and get home from school to watch. Duan says Scott and Lee. Yes, Curry, he is. He's a G. So we all appreciate him. We all appreciate him. Freddie says I died laughing when Scotty tries to tell Tracy phone. Yes. Good question, Carrie. Good question. Good question. Yes, thank you, Travis. You definitely hit the like button because this been one hell of a stream. I'll sit there and say, definitely hit the like button. Damon, maybe Drew is the shooter. Doesn't he have Jason's memories? True. That'd be interesting, Damon. And plus, I don't know if the dude is actually deprogrammed. Johnson says they could do an event story with the where the hospital is on lockdown. Yes, they definitely do need that, Jonathan. Um, because you know those. Here's the thing: those event storylines brung in the ratings. It got GH on the map. It was one of those things where it definitely got GH on the map. Well, yeah, of course. Do I? No one should be surprised by that. Carries, I'm gonna sit there and DM you tonight. I'm gonna DM you tonight. I gotta DM you tonight. So yes. Yeah, just some other stuff as well. Just some other stuff as well. But yeah, I mean that's definitely gonna wind up happening, Aries. Because I gotta DM I gotta hit up what you call it, DC. Like I said, this is the reason why I started my stream so late because the Johnson said Drew being the shooter would be an interesting reveal, but wasn't he in Port Charles where the shoot very true. Very true. And Allison says I forgot who was at the pool or not. Very true. Very true, my lady. Hmm. I don't know what the hell they're doing with Sloane's character, but it's not good. I know that much. It just, that's another question, Darby. I don't even know if Sloane was originally, Kyrie, it's tough to say because I'm going to be honest. She annoyed me today, but I don't think giving another character another chance will hurt. I always sit there and you know me, Kyrie. It's always sit there and try to look at things from multiple angles. So I wouldn't sit there and say right off just yet. Yes, not, and what's good, Dave? That's right. And Allison says yes. Allison and Jess also agree that you should go live. Johnson says Drew wasn't in those episodes. Maybe it could be him. I mean, it's possible, and it'll be interesting. See, I'm just not thinking it's a Jason angle, but maybe they can do something else with Jason. Who knows? Exactly, Kyrie. The people are champion for you, and probably Saturday. Okay, that's true, Kyrie. Because I did sit there and say I was going to do. I did sit there and say I was going to do a regular live stream. Because I'm not Brooklyn B. Okay. All, all sorts of trouble going on in those subways, though. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Allison. I was actually so nervous for you in that clip that you showed on Facebook. I was like, I just kept thinking. I hope he doesn't see y'all recording him. That was my only thing. I was like, I hope they don't see y'all recording him. Queen B&B Duan says B&B needs Quinn more than Renee Sofer needs them. I don't love Nicole. Alyssa says OMG stop. Okay, Alyssa, you know what? I'm just saying. But it was good to see you in the video though. Okay. Like I said, Allison, it was good to sit there and see you in the video. So I was happy about that. I don't love Nicole. I find her annoying and whiny. Boo, Nicole, boo. Also, explain to the people so they know what happened. I know, Allison. I know. I just like you, so I want to make sure you're all right. Damon said whoever is trying to eliminate all hate crime bosses and where is Miss Wu? Well, we know the actress is out taking care of her mom, from what I heard. Allison said was dude was just a dude smoking a blank on the F train people. My kids and I went to the end of the card. Okay, all right, fair enough, Allison. Fair enough. I was just doing it because I care about you. That's all. Okay, all right, Allison. I got you. Was yeah, I'm not gonna say anymore. Duan said GH was right there waiting. GH was right there waiting for Renee Sulfur. No, 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 no. It's fine. No, no. It's not about you, guys. We good. It's just stuff I want to sit there and talk about one string that I want to talk about one string. That's all. No, we good. It is some people that I consider friends. I like to talk about stuff off string. That's all. No, we good. Thank you, Allison. Thank you. I appreciate you as well. All right. Well, I'm going to sit there and end the stream right here. But I do want to thank you all for joining. Thank you everyone who stuck around. I know things got a little out of hand. Unfortunately, it's just one of those things when you're a streamer, you're gonna sit there and get that type of stuff. Um, you're gonna get that type of stuff. So I do appreciate the people that did stick around. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Um, yes, thank you, Black Mind. Thank you. Have a good night, Black Mind. Have a good night, Freddie. Oh no, I don't. Honestly, Kyrie, these are fictional characters. I really don't put that much in it. So we're always good. Have a good night, Allison. Have a good night, Duan. Have a good night, Freddie. Have a good night, Justin. Have a good night, Duan. Have a good night, Darby. Have a good night, Cherry Ice Cream. Have a good night, Queen Jess. Have a good night, Allison. Yeah, well, Freddie, I'm happy to have you back. You know, so I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming back, and thank you for sticking around. Johnson says, join us next time for another edition of Soul Chocolate on Bostic. Thank you, Jonathan. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Jonathan, you're always my guy, so I appreciate you. Have a good night, Tracy Steve. Thank you for joining. Yes, make sure you hit the like button because it really does help. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Stay safe. And if I didn't say goodnight to you, you know you are. Um, and Janetta, also have a great night. Darby, Jonathan, Cherry Ice Cream, Tracy Steves, and the rest, stay safe.